This is a new glitter that is called Solid Core, and I actually named it that not because it's like some terrific name, but it actually is tells you exactly what's going on with the glitter. And what it is when glitter's made, it's usually a silver film, and then colorants are put on top of that film, and then sometimes maybe a treatment's put on top of it, like holographic or whatever. And what happens is when a film's created like that and you cut it, you can see that silver edge on that film. And that kind of dulls it down, and it can actually affect the color a little bit. Okay, so what's different about this film is that in the case of like this one here in front of me, this blue, the film was actually made blue all the way through. So the core of it, the outside of it, the whole thing is a blue glitter. So no edges. So you're never going to have a secondary color showing through like a gray or a silver when you cut it, which is great. Well, not only did they do that, but they also coated the top of it and the bottom of it with iridescent. Now, iridescent is glitter is usually translucent, so light can come through it. In this case, it's completely opaque. So what happens when it's opaque is it bounces even more. So you're getting a blue with an iridescent on top, and that's making it actually sparkle even more. So that's a secondary thing. Like no one ever does that. So we've got a solid blue with an iridescent on top and iridescent on the bottom. And then to make it even more crazy, instead of cutting it into a hexagonal shape or a square shape, these are cut into mosaic shapes. So they're literally cut in abstract shapes and different, mosaic-y type looks to it. So when you lay it down, you're not getting that traditional glitter look. You're literally getting a mosaic look. And it's the very first second I ever saw this stuff, I fell in love because it's just so unusual. So if you love glitter and you're looking for interesting and different types of glitter, Solid Core just might do it for you. We went ahead and tested it in epoxy, and not only does it work, but it looks 1,000 times better under epoxy. So it already looks great raw, but under epoxy, it's just out of this world. So what I did was I did an actual craft project with it a couple of days ago to show you. And I also put I guess you would call it an article or a blog on glittermyworld.online, and it should be sitting there right up on that homepage practically. It's a very new article, so I just posted it this morning, so it should be right there. Otherwise, you can find it in the crafts section on that website. And it just takes you through the project that I did and tells you how to work with it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do close-ups so that you can actually see this stuff up close. I had the girls make epoxy samples, so I'm going to try holding them up and see if we can get the camera to focus on them so you can see. I want you to see before, with and without epoxy. So here we go.
The sugar dreams?
This,
Or the bleeding heart?
let's see if I can get the camera to do it. Yeah, that right there is just the raw glitter. It's a black with all kinds of incredible like golds and autumn and kind of a autumn feel to it. So reds and oranges and so forth.
I have to see if it's available by the box.
This is under
If it's
epoxy.
not available by the box, then you can't get the multiple like sizes.
Okay. So that's what we're calling the black one there. So here we go. I want to show you the red.
Let me see.
So the red has a gold and a little bit of orange. This one's really fabulous under epoxy.
See if we have one in craft. You could do a craft, it's inside, right?
All right, get a clean hand here.
There's, if you go under craft,
This one's more subtle because it's gold over a gold, but I have to tell you, it's really pretty.
there's rose sparkle.
Sometimes subtle is
There's rose
exactly
sparkle.
what's needed. So here you go.
Yeah, it's under the craft section. Oh, okay.
There you go. Oh, isn't that incredible? And also notice the flake shape. Okay, I'm just going to hold for a second. Let me see if I can really, I want to share with you the specialness of it. This is the one, I'm going to pick a different one to show you I want to,
But you can't.
yeah, here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go close up and hold it on this one, the original one I showed you, because you can really see.
So in the sizes that I'm seeing, the colors.
Take a look at the flake shape. See, it feels like a mosaic.
I don't see the square shape that you're looking for.
Let's move on. I love this blue, but I'm a blue person. That's why I'm always wearing blue. And I'm just kind of blue. I'm a blue person. Okay, so this one's cool. This is blue, but believe it or not, it actually has like a little bit of pink. A little bit of like a pale green. I mean, I'm just the palest of palest green. Okay. God, I love this under epoxy, guys. Look at this. Look at that one. I mean, I just want like I want a tumbler just with that one. I don't know if the camera's giving you the pink or not, but I want you to know that there's definitely like this beautiful light baby pink. Okay. Moving on to yellow. This yellow is a pretty traditional iridescent. You know how you're used to seeing on the iridescents that we do that are yellow very often flashes with green? This one does too. This one does gold and green. And it's really beautiful. Every day we get requests for bright yellow. Well, folks, well, glitter lovers, this is as yellow as it's ever going to get from us. Oh, you got a question here. Do they feel rough? What was the question? Do they feel rough? We'll get it in a second. I'll promise I'll answer your questions. Okay, here we go. We're going. Okay, let's take a look at the epoxy. I love this one. Look at this. Look at that.
Hold on one moment, okay?
That is Sunshine Beautiful. You're right.
It says, do they feel rough under the resin or does it lay flat?
It lays flat, but it's an extra thick glitter, so you may want to do 2 coats. I'll show you the craft project that I did, and I just did 1 heavy coat on it, and it came out fine. But if you don't use epoxy and you just do it raw, you'll definitely be seeing a dimension to it, which could be cool.
I don't see any in the craft.
Okay. The last, and certainly not least, is the white. And the white flashes a little bit of peach, a little gold,
It's this
blue,
yeah.
and I think that's about it. So here we go. Ready?
There is
This would be a beautiful, beautiful snow. If you just wanted to use it raw like this, like a snow scene,
under the craft.
go for it.
I'm not sure if there's.
All right. Let's see if I can get it to do its little dance here.
Sarah, maybe what you're looking for. No.
Okay. Here we go.
How the,
This is beautiful.
the square shape.
Now the video that we created, it's up there on Vimeo, it's on YouTube, it's on our network, it's everywhere. It'll go on Facebook after this does. It has close-ups of all of these.
The hexagon.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm getting it so you can see it all of it. Okay. Okay. So, I wanted to do a project, and play with these and sort of see how the coverage was, you know, how they lay down, you know, how they looked under epoxy, blah, 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 blah. So now I'm going to show you what I did and how easy it was. I'm going to get it just right so the lighting's just right, so I'm going to play with it for a second. Okay, so this is a Lazy Susan. Had an 1/8 inch lip, and I laid down the glitter in a pattern, and then I did epoxy over it. This is one coat, one thick pour of epoxy over this, and it's smooth as glass. There's no bumps. It did not require an extra amount of work to get the glitter covered. It was a very normal pour. I thought that I bought a Lazy Susan with an 1/8 inch depression because I thought I might have to pour an 1/8 inch of glitter to get over the top of it because I just thought it might be rough. And that was not the case at all. I still have a full 1/16 of an inch of a lip here. So I literally just did a normal pour over this. Hopefully you can see this. And even though this is a very coarse glitter, I was able to do some pretty, you know, nice details with it and get some good definition. And I could have probably even done better if I'd had the time. So I'm going to get up really close. I want you to be able to see what's going on with this glitter under epoxy.
Right, yeah.
I'm just going to try and play with different angles so that you can see if it, hopefully it'll pop at a certain angle and you'll be able to see that beautiful rainbow that's going on. Okay, this light in here is extremely muted, and I'm going to just kind of go back and forth. And you can see that it still picks up tons of sparkle. Most glitter requires quite a bit of light in order for it to, you know, start sparkling. This stuff is so, the random cut and the mosaic cut, it allows you to catch so much more light than regular glitter because of the strange shape that you actually get this, it's much sparklier in some ways. There you go. I think it's doing it. So this is low light. There's like only 2 lights up above. Okay. So the pros and the cons. So the pros are you get these bright colors. You know, generally speaking, when you're going for bright colors like this, it's usually just a glossy surface and it's low sparkle. But with this particular one, you're getting the bright color, but because there's an iridescent coating on it, it ups the sparkle like really nicely. So that's a pro. A con is that basically the glitter itself is not metallic. It is actually just a regular plastic film. So where the iridescent isn't, it's just giving you a glossy look. It's really relying on that iridescent to really pop. And it does. It does pop. It pops a lot. So basically, you're not getting a metallic glitter. You're just getting a glossy glitter, but the iridescent is what makes it pop. Okay? Okay, good. So there's 6 colors. It's priced about like Craft is priced. There is a assortment of 6 colors that we have on the website. I think it's called Zany Solid Core. You can find it in the Craft section. So you just go to Craft and then you drop down until you see Solid Core, and then you'll see we're selling it individually and also in an assortment of 6.